Yes, technology. Again, we love it, but we hate it. Jesus, we love it and we hate it. Okay, so now we can't live without it. So let's live. I appreciate y'all sharing your time with me tonight. I do want to share something with you right quick. I think I want to um, share with you about what I talked about last night on being transparent and being more having after having time to think about things, because it was coming in the moment. And I, of course, when you are hearing God in the moment, it's a process of making sure you don't miss the people that need to hear it, but at the same time your brain is hearing something that's made for maybe others in your space or in the room, and you have to rephrase it so it can make sense to them, because it was making sense to me. I mean, it was clearly making sense to me, but to make sure that others that are hearing it makes sense, it makes sense to them and their life. And what I wanted to share was, in order to be healed in any area of your life, you must be transparent, not in the sense of telling every single thing that you do, not every step. Transparency is a place of, because I've come out, this is my process of how I've come out. So when, as teachers, most of us on here, the majority of us on here are teachers in some form or the other. We are being transparent with our students to teach them how to do something we've already accomplished. Or if you haven't done it, then why you in front of the room? You can't even help them. But in a space of transparency, when they have an issue, you can say, you can get that work done. Because I can remember when I was in school, this is what I had to do. I had this type of stumbling block. We didn't even have cell phones. Listen, we had to go up the street and call somebody, or we had to run home. So y'all have it more convenient than we did, and we still got it done. We didn't have videos of reference, nor did we have an online platform for schoolwork. Our online platform was that Blackboard. So when you're able to be transparent in your healing of graduation, see, your healing from school means you graduated. No matter how much pain you had during school, no matter how much you got talked about, no matter how many wedges you got, how many times you wasn't able to afford lunch, it don't matter if you didn't have the latest clothes or not. Even though those hurting things happened in that period or that season of time, your healing came when you graduated. Therefore, now that you're on the other side of graduation, you can be transparent about school. Nobody needs to know that your parents did or did not have money, or they had your dad had a flat tire on the way to school. That may not be relevant in the season. Those are too many details, maybe, and maybe that's for another transparency moment. But the fact of the matter that you got over, or that you was healed from that season, gives you the ability and the right, because you're already done. It gives you the right to be transparent on how you got there. Even if you cheated on tests, even if you yeah, I'm serious. Even if you know the person's name of who you cheated on, or you cheated with, or you got their answers off the paper, or you sold your term paper, you can actually tell that story, and it will be justified in the realm of you were healed from school because you graduated. So transparency is, listen, I know y'all probably don't do that, because I already did that and I got caught. I went to the principal's office, and I don't want that to happen to you. So this is why I'm telling you, don't cheat, because when you get out of school, you're still not gonna know how to add. So get it now. So this is me testifying in my transparency. I snuck around, and that's why I had to repeat a grade. You see, so I'm being transparent in my ignorances is a sign of I'm healed from it. But when you are not healed, you cannot tell your stories of how you got over. You see what I mean? So if you can't be transparent, either you have yet to complete that thing, or you have yet to be healed in that matter, or you have yet to obey God yourself. You have yet, if you're not transparent, you haven't obeyed. So let's put it in the context of where we are. We're talking about a God life. We're talking about having a relationship with God. We're talking about helping people on this earth to be who God intended for them to be. That's the lane we're talking about. If I can't be transparent, and I'm awfully transparent, there are some levels of transparency half of y'all not ready. That's not the time yet. But as much as I can be transparent, I'm transparent because I've already been healed from it. Everything, what I haven't gotten healed from, I'm saying less. Nonetheless, I'm in the place of being healed. If I am being healed and I know I'm getting to that place of the answer of my issue, then I can chart the progress and say, so far, this is where I'm at. This is what I've done so far. This is what I've learned so far. And this is what I'm expecting to learn. Student learning outcome. This is what I'm supposed to know by whatever God showed me. If I say God showed me by the end of the year, I should have this information. I should have an understanding. By now I should be a teacher. So you use that kind of context. By now I should be a teacher. My student learning outcomes is that I should be a teacher by now, but I'm not. So what's holding me back? So you can say, but I know this by now. So I can teach up to this point. I may not be able to speak from mastery, but I can tell you this. The other part, you might need to run that by somebody else. But as far as I know, or as much as I know, and this is my level of transparency, as far as I know, you need to make sure you 1, 2, and 3. I know that for a fact. I'm working on it, but I know this much. And so that transparency brings about healing. Not telling on yourself. That's two different things. You can tell on yourself and then you can be transparent. And you got to know the difference. Transparency is when you allow someone to see into your world so that they may better understand. And you give them access to places in your life to help them better understand where they are. You're creating relation. You're telling a story. You're including them in your path. Telling on yourself is called admitting something. That's two totally different things. So make sure you don't get them confused, because telling on yourself is important at times, and being transparent has its place too. But in order to be healed and wherever you want to be, or where you're supposed to go, or what's supposed to be eradicated, transparency is required. Okay, so now I wanted to give clarity to that. So make sure as you are being healed, that you learn what you need to learn, so that when you need to be transparent, you got your story together, or you have your facts straight. You know exactly what's supposed to happen, and you will be able to help that other person get over whatever it is they're stuck with, because you've gotten over, or you've understood, or you've learned, and now you're moving forward 100%, not quitting, but moving forward 100%. When you know you at 100% moving forward, every day y'all clock in at work, you 100% moving forward. Yeah, because you over there. Every time I go to camp, I'm like, I'm over here. Let me not show up. Y'all cannot show up, but let me not show up. Y'all not going to know what to do, because I have the information. So I'm 100% on the other side. So when you're 100% on the other side of a thing, you can be transparent. And transparency is power, because you don't have nothing to hide, because I've already come out. I've already crossed over. I've already said yes. I'm already moving forward. I'm doing what God had me to do. I'm in complete direction of what my life is in alignment. And when my life is in alignment, and I'm allowing the Holy Spirit to align my life, I can show you how. Because what? I'm over here. I've crossed over, so I can tell you how. Ask me what you want. It don't matter, because I'm over here. And so I just wanted to add to that conversation that I threw right there last night, and it was just tickling my little soul. So hopefully y'all was able to get a little bit more understanding about how important your transparency is, and that in order to be healed, you must be transparent, and you need transparency to help others. You can't tell them what to do without giving them your own backstory. It ain't a cause I said so. You know how our parents used to say, it's cause I said so. No, give me some facts though, mama. It can't be because you said so. It has to be, tell me the time that you struggled with a boyfriend. Give me something. Give me something to let me know that you're just not trying to run my world.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, listen, I used to tell the boys that I'm going to go to the class. I'm a whole girl. And I know y'all don't think I'm a whole girl. I know how girls think. Because guess what? I'm one.
Yeah.
No, you mama. No, I'm a girl. And so, yeah, I have to keep no, I'm a girl. And let me tell you what they doing and how they thinking. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm a girl. I know. So because I can be transparent because I'm on the other side. I'm fully married with you. I'm on the other side. You're not married and you have no one. But I'm married. Did you know I'm married? I'm married and I'm on the other side. This way you're trying to get. So let me be transparent in my girlness to help you understand what it's like to be on the other side of you. Because, you may not be a nice boyfriend. Anyway, that's not this class. I know, right? Well, thank y'all for sitting with my soliloquy of being transparent. Yes, I appreciate it.
I wanted to say thank you for sharing that because it did bring some clarity to me because I was the person who's like, transparent, and you tell everything at all times.
Yeah, no, that's telling. But and that's good that you were able to recognize the difference between so just know that you're just telling something that someone needs to know, as opposed to transparency as a tool. Transparency is supposed to be a tool to help.
Yeah. After you've been healed, after you come through something.
Yeah, and there another way you can use transparency is when you are with a leader and they asking you, I'm a leader, mentor, counselor, teacher, whatever, in that type of mentor-mentee type of situation, wherever it is, boss, employee. Sometimes you have to be transparent in order for them to help you. Because if you give half information, it's like, that don't add up, right? Because you're not being transparent and you will not get the answer that you need. And especially in a spiritual context, if you are desiring to be healed in an area with God, and you're not disclosing all the information, you're not being transparent, you will not be healed. You'll get good information, but you won't be healed. Because you didn't give all the information for the people to even pray on your behalf, intercede on your behalf, or even give you insight. You left out important information. And if you are a person who's a leaver outer, that's a whole nother lesson in itself. If you're that type of person who leaves out information that will change the trajectory of the insight or the lesson. Sometimes we can leave out information so we can get a better answer, the one we prefer, instead of the one that we supposed to have. Ask me how I know. Yeah, I've done that. So I've tried to help God give me the answer that I prefer as opposed to the one he was trying to give me. As if he didn't know. Wow, Bridget. Yeah, we do that.
I'll be transparent. I'm that type of person. I end up leaving out important information.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even really thinking about it, but just automatic, just embedded in my head. But I'm discerning what I want to say, what I don't want to say.
Right.
Like that's a habit.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's actually correct. It is a habit, and the habit came from one of the Jasons of you. Maybe not the one that's here that I'm looking at, but one of them, when it's time, comes to the front and speaks on your behalf and does these things on your behalf. This is how you can have a conversation in your head. Who should I tell, and what should I tell, and what shouldn't I tell? That's another person inside of you conversing with the person who's speaking, determining what's going to be said from the unit called you. So somewhere in your life you needed to do that, and you utilize that tool at will, because that person is not dead, and when that person dies, then you won't have this problem. I'm telling you, the only reason why I know this because I got some bridges with an S, and I know which one is trying to be alive. I'm like, oh nope, you no longer have no power in this space. I remember you, but you no longer have power. See, like right now, I'm being transparent because I've learned to manage it. I learned to understand it, and I utilize it as a power tool as opposed to a violation of myself, to where it makes me look like I'm vacillating back and forth, like I'm not consistent. Yeah, so I'm being transparent to let you know there are some bridges y'all ain't never met, and you never will meet her, but I know she exists. Because she's inside of me and with me, because I formulated her sometime in my past. I got 50 some worth of years to not figure out where she came from. I'm not fixing to figure it out, because I'm gonna end up going to what? My past. I don't want to go to my past. I want to move forward, but I do know she came from the past, and I do know the recklessness she have created in my world before. I no longer want her to speak for me as a unit. The one who said yes to God, the one of me that said yes to God, that's why I want to run this ship. So that means we all say yes. We all conform. All of me conform. You see what I mean? It is a conscious awareness. And when you see that that's happening, you have to tell that version of you, you know what you're not running is this. No, this is how, for me and my house, we will. This is a house. This is me and my house, not just the way your address. Me and my house. And it's a constant awareness. So glad y'all got something out of that little sermonette. Yes, indeed.